recently stumbled across this video, through the hundreds of hours of YouTube that's uploaded each minute. It's a stroke of luck. And if you're expecting some sort of adventure or action-packed thing, as most things are these days, this will not and is not that. So I've just put my phone down behind a wall, so hopefully a lot of the wind noise is gone. But it's just weird, In my life, I've been swept up recently. I was in a bit of a low spot, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. In a bit of a low spot. I wasn't doing much, I had no money, and it was just a bad time. I've no doubt people around me noticed it. And then my life right now is the complete opposite. I find I have no time for any of the small things I want to do, like all my hobbies and all of that, and just working. And although that's great in a way, I'm getting all of this money, I'm getting all of this ability to be happy, I'm also losing the moments to use that ability. And it's a really weird dilemma. And that's, I guess, why they say there's balance, and there has to be balance in everything, because if you don't have that balance, one part of your life is always going to be out, and I'm only just understanding that now. Like, I am completely at the start of my journey in terms of what I can do, how I can do it, and it's just confusing. And I imagine so many other people are in my position. And, although you feel alone, there's 7 billion plus people on this planet. So there's got to be more like me. It just has to. It just has to. What a stunning place, though. What an absolutely stunning place. God, I love Australia sometimes. I was kind of sitting here thinking about loads of different things. But even on the drive here, one thing just couldn't escape my mind. And that's because I spend a lot of time on TikTok. Like a lot of people my age. And it's gotten worse and worse. Like, I used to be a very much advocate of you can't escape it, you're addicted. Now it's not that I'm addicted, but it's that there's no reason for me to spend time on something else. Which is not a good thing. But what it does do is when you spend so much time, you start to see the issues and the problems of just what society is going through just every day now. Like, I watch so many videos of people fighting, and arguing over the most unnecessary things. Like, genuinely, the most unnecessary things. And even when it is necessary to argue, people just, now that they all have a voice, it's like everybody needs to get their opinion out constantly, all the time. And it ruins things. Like, genuinely ruins things. Even just as, like, off the top of my head, you know, this whole thing of cancel culture is all just a load of shit. Like, it just is. It's the only way I can put it. You know, people have made mistakes. People make mistakes all the time. I've made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Whether they're small, whether they're large, everybody makes them. But everybody has a chance to grow, though. Everybody has a chance to evolve. And when you look at these famous people and celebrities, you know, and they get cancelled over things they did in their past, you just wonder why. And also, why do we have the right, people that have also made mistakes, to commit these people to no longer have what they should have based on one mistake, based on that moment? It's just silly. It's just silly. That's all the ways I can put it. It's just bad. And then don't even get me started on if you cancel an individual person. Somebody makes a mistake, it goes viral, it goes, you know, everybody sees it. Something they do, they get fired from a job or whatever, that fades from existence in everybody's mind the day after. But you know what hasn't faded? Is that person. That person that's done that thing wrong. They've now lost their job. Or they've now lost something that possibly was life-sustaining, or a relationship, or whatever it could be. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't lose their job. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be punished for what they do. All I just wish is that people were a little bit more sympathetic to the idea of people trying to change, rather than just punishment straight away. They are irredeemable. You know? Most of these things are so minute that it would never even be an issue if it wasn't for social media. But it is an issue, because now everybody sees it. Everybody sees it. It's just silly. Now everybody has a right to say something, and I know that cancel culture has been pushed back upon by other people, but not in a way that matters, not in a way that makes people realize what's going on. And I don't know if this is just me kind of talking as, you know, an 18-year-old that has no idea what he's on about. I don't know. I genuinely don't. But what I do know is that if other people have seen this just in different ways, there is an issue here. But I don't know how to fix it. And I don't know if we should, because it's probably a natural part of us figuring out this whole close interconnection that we now have with everybody else on the planet. Like, we are so close, you know. I can contact my dad on the other side of the planet, and we can talk as if we're face to face. I can look up any piece of information that's pretty much ever been known on my phone on this beach right now. Like, it's crazy. But yet, people decide, you know what, the most useful thing to do is we're going to have arguments on social media. arguments about things that don't even really matter. And that's not me discrediting the countless times where conversations have been valid. Of course there have. Of course, it's social media. There's all sorts of issues. You know, you've got politics, you've got world issues, you've got just everything. You know, you've even got engineering problems, or just thinking of random things at this point. You know, there's every single genre, from statistical to analytical to organizational. All of these issues can be present on social media, but the ones that are argued about and the ones that are discussed that we all see on a regular basis are just stupid. Just stupid.
Safe to say my hair getting back into the car. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess. It's pretty windy, not gonna lie. But I'm currently just sitting, looking at the sunset, and yeah, just thinking. I'll probably go to one more spot before the sun dips below the horizon. Probably an actual beach, so maybe I can go sit down on the sand where I feel comfortable. But yeah, we'll check back. We'll check back when I get there, yeah?